Hey everybody, I am Jonathan Klunk, top Louisville agent here in Louisville, and I have Grace from Botanica.
Hello.
Botanica is one of the most amazing floral shops in all of Louisville, very sculptural arrangements. As you can see, we have all these beautiful flowers behind us, and Grace is going to get started putting together an arrangement and showing us today how we can make something for the Kentucky Derby. I see some Italian ruscus there. Is that right? Did I say that right?
Yep, that is correct. Yeah, we're using this traditional, silver traditional wear.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing says derby like red roses and silver.
Yes. So Kentucky Derby, for those of you who are not familiar, is very much rooted in tradition. If you go to a traditional Derby brunch or Oaks brunch, which Oaks is the day before Derby, you will see a lot of silver, a lot of blue and white china, a lot of linen, things of that nature. Of course, people will be in their very colorful wardrobes and big hats. And so you'll see a lot of the ingredients also that we're using today. So we wanted to take time to not only explain more about the Derby, entertain you a little bit, but also give you some practical advice and guidance if you are a creative type of person like I am and want to try making one of these things at home, because they're not that difficult to do. And of course you have that pride of ownership of being able to make this, and when your friends come over you say, I made that. They usually don't believe me, but you get caught ordering takeout one time for a dinner party and nobody believes you anymore. So, okay, so now we have the eucalyptus.
We sure do, yep. So we're gonna come in and we're putting this in a grid. I've used some chicken wire and put that right down in there. The coated chicken wire is the best to use. It's not gonna rust your container. You won't have a mess to clean up, as much of a mess to clean up, and it's much better for the environment as opposed to traditional floral foam. So, yeah, absolutely. So just kind of using that as a grid to start, and I'm using greenery at first to kind of get my line and fill in a little bit. And I've got some dogwood here.
Yeah,
this dogwood is actually straight from my front yard. So keep that in mind too as you're looking for arrangements. Straight from a yard from Kentucky is going to make it look even more derby. Nothing more May in Kentucky than that. So
Absolutely. And also I like to think about stuff that I plant in my yard too, because a lot of times you can go out there and cut it before people come over, make a quick arrangement. You have color in your yard all year round. So just from a landscaping point of view, to kind of infuse that real estate into this conversation, good to have plants in your yard that have a lot of color that you can go out and cut to make your own arrangements like this.
absolutely.
Now, being in real estate, I like to give plants and flowers as my closing gifts to my buyers and sellers. Do you have a lot of real estate agents that come to you for stuff like that?
Yeah, I have had quite a few. I think it's a great gift. They know that it's kind of a hectic time. Realtors might not be 100% sure about what an aesthetic. People have various different styles, so it's a great way to give somebody something without having to commit to this item that's going to be in your home and might not be reflective of your style at all. So yeah,
absolutely. Wow, it's coming together, and I like the sculptural shape of it. What type of inspiration do you take from? Do you let the flowers guide you? Do you normally start with an idea in mind of where you want to land? Or do you just like surprises?
Kind of, yeah, all of the above. So I love art. I was an art major in college, so I learned a lot of the fundamentals of design from an artist's perspective. So I like to utilize that in my designs as well, and then also let it talk. This beautiful dogwood, let it kind of do what it wants to do, and then follow with that. The flowers will be happy, and it'll look natural.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely does. It kind of looks like you can just go out there and scoop up a big handful of it and plop it down in here, but realistically, we know that that's not what happened. It's gone through this process. And it's very, you do a lot of asymmetrical designs, which, I find very pleasing. Symmetry obviously is usually the safer way to go, but you can take some risks and get a great look with that asymmetrical design.
So I work out of my home studio in Germantown. You can order online, check out some of my work at botanicalou.com, and also follow me on Instagram and Facebook, also at Botanica Lou.
Definitely follow her on Facebook and Instagram. I mean, your timelines will be filled with these beautiful flowers all the time, which I love.
Yeah, it's not, I feel bad whenever people have, you know, being a florist, I have no shortage of pretty pictures to post. So as far as social media content goes, it makes that part pretty easy. So red roses for Derby, and then stargazer lilies are the flower of choice for the oaks, which is the day before. So, but I like to try to, you know, it's kind of on the nose at this point. Pretty expected, red roses and the stargazer lilies. So I try to do something a little bit different by pulling in a few flowers, but still maintaining that similar color. So the stargazer lily is white and has kind of this magenta-y purple, purpley pink tone to it. So added those in with these gorgeous carnations. I know, carnations, believe me, they can look beautiful. It's all about how you style them. It adds great volume, the longevity.
They last forever.
They do, and they have so many great varieties now. They're not your everyday.
Let me get this from the camera. Let me see how you're opening that.
And so when you get them and they're not quite, they're sleepy, they want to, all you have to do is kind of pinch this and then lightly kind of open it like this, and that kind of, some flowers you can do that too, it'll damage the petals, but carnations are very resilient guys, and so you can kind of get them to wake up a little bit and give you that volume. So
there you go, expert tip right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you know, you talk about the stargazer, so you're bringing in some of that color with the snapdragons and the carnations too. So we're really getting, this is a Derby and oaks design from a color standpoint.
Definitely. So this is something, I mean, you know, being that they fall right in line with each other, you know, invest in one arrangement that kind of works for the both parties. So that way, if you've got friends and family over for Derby or oaks, you can, you know, it'll work for both events. I mean, this would be perfect to go on a centerpiece, on a table. You could put it up against a wall if you've got an entry hallway table or anything like that. And like I said, I could just keep going and going forever. But yeah, this about sums it up.
Now I know exactly where I'm going to put this.
Perfect.
Well, thank you so much for coming in today. This has been great. What a treat. And now I'm going to try and do this again next time when you're not here.
Yeah.
I'll send you a picture and see what it looks like.
Send me a picture, definitely.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Again, Grace from Botanica in Louisville, Kentucky. Jonathan, top Louisville agent, real estate agent in Louisville, Kentucky, showing you how you can get this beautiful Derby-inspired closing gift for your clients. If you are a local real estate agent, reach out to Grace. She will make you look good to all of your clients at any price point. Have a great day and happy Derby.